Hi there, welcome to Shell Sensations. This video is taken at my craft fair that I just attended. The signs I made were from Dollar Tree, the acrylic signs, and then I printed some stuff on my Cricut to create those. And you'll also see a Popl business card, which is an electronic business card that your customers can scan instead of having actual business cards to give. I have a little mirror there that I brought from home so people could look at their earrings and necklaces when they're trying them on. Some of the things I thought about the craft fair was it was a very excellent opportunity to meet new people who are doing the same thing as me, selling different crafts. I got some tips from different vendors on who to avoid doing craft fairs with, what locations were good. And I also got some tips on some setups. I saw a lady who did a really neat setup. She had some vents from like the hardware store, and she was selling coasters, and she actually put the coasters inside the vents as a stand, which I thought was really cool. And then what you don't see also is that the vendors get first pick on all the other vendor stuff. So you can go over and you can look at all of their displays before the public even sees them. And they also do a bunch of raffles and drawings and stuff, which was really neat. It was a super neat experience. And my son actually went with me and he found a couple of items that he really loved. I will post them at the end of the video so you could see those. And the craft fair I went to also encouraged young kids to put on a display, and they honored them for doing their booth, and they got to stand up and they acknowledged them for their hard work. One of the things that I did not like was the vendor that I actually picked didn't do a lot of advertising. So if you were to start your craft fair, that's one of the first things I would look at, is to make sure they're actually doing advertising so people could come in. There were only about 10 people that actually showed up to look at my booth, and I did get 5 sales, but that was it because I didn't have a lot of traffic. Other than that, we had a really great experience. I will definitely do it again, and I would like to try like either a church or a school next time to do my fair, because this time I did a hall that was like right in my area. It was in Livonia, Michigan, right near where I live. And I think maybe a church or a school would get more advertising and more people would show up. So I would like to try that. That's one of the tips I would suggest. And the other thing I learned in doing this is there are 2 different types of fairs. You could go to a juried or a non-juried. And a juried actually picks the vendors that they want to have at their fair, and you have to go through a more extensive application process, and they can either accept you or deny you. And the one that I did was a non-jury, which I would probably suggest if you are just beginning to do a craft fair. And I hope one day to work up to being into a juried fair, but right now I'm just going to focus on the non-juried ones, and ones where I can actually get more people that attend the fairs and that have a lower cost to start the fair. When I signed up for this fair, the cost was $45, and it included an 8-foot table and 2 chairs. And you had to bring your own tablecloth and your own setup and everything, and then take it down. So other than that, it was a very good time. We enjoyed the experience, and I think the next one I'm going to do is going to be at a church. I'm already looking at other options. So I will post another video once I get that all set up and let you know how that went. But I do recommend trying that out because they are a great experience. And if you're used to selling online, it's a good way to get your stuff sold all in one day and have a bunch of people all look at it one time, instead of online as you're just waiting for your luck on when somebody's wanting to purchase it. So I do both selling online, and I'm going to start doing these fairs. And I also just created my own website, which I will be linking below. I hope that you enjoyed watching. Also, I'm going to include some links below for some of the display items I have. If you could see in the video, I do have some diamond like place cards that I have some of my earrings on, so they stand out a little bit better. And the round wood that actually I had at my house already that I got at Home Goods. And I have some gray jewelry boxes. You can see in the video there came in a set of 8 off of Amazon, so I just thought I could use them to put some things in while I was there. I'm still trying to get my setup worked out, as this was my first one, but I got an idea of the kind of space that I needed for like an 8-foot table, what would actually fit on there. Um, I hope that you enjoyed watching this, and I hope you found something helpful for if you want to start a craft fair, what actually goes on behind the scenes. Also, I wanted to let you know that I did have a small apron, like a half apron, that I used instead of a cash box, which I found very handy. I put my money in there, and I have a little machine, my Square Up, to take credit cards. I recommend that. It's free to start using it, but they do charge a fee for every transaction that you use. And I also had a little receipt book in case anybody wanted any handwritten receipts. Most of my little signs were just little chalkboard signs I bought at the craft store, and then I used a little label printer to print my prices on it. There's the display boxes right there, the little gray boxes, the set of 8 I bought on Amazon. I believe they were around $20 for the set of 8. I will put a link below for those. That little bracelet holder right there was something I had bought at Hobby Lobby, and I bought that on clearance a while ago. And I just keep picking up these little chalkboard stands, either at the Dollar Tree or Craft Tree. I had these little aluminum magnetic boards that I created some magnets on, and I just decorated some of them and then stuck the magnets on them so the people could buy the magnets if they wanted. The aluminum signs that I have for the magnets, those were bought a while ago, I believe at Home Depot, and they were like in the hardware lumber section, and they came in a big pack, and I just decorated them with paper and put the little magnets on them. Other than that, I believe that is about it. I did stop at the Dollar Tree and got some candy and put in a little bowl, a Valentine looking bowl, because I was doing a Valentine's show. And I just put, to help yourself, a little sign by the bowl, and not one person decided to get any candy, even the ones that purchased stuff. So I will probably not do that in the future. But I did stop at Hobby Lobby, which I think is a good idea to stop, and you can find little signs. The little sign that says kissing booth on the front of my booth, I got at Hobby Lobby, and they have a little section in their store during each holiday where they have all these little things on clearance that they're trying to get rid of for cheaper. And you can go in there and find little signs or little things that you could probably put in your booth that would make it just stand out a little bit better. I will probably do that for my next show, maybe get like an Easter kind of display. But that is about it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I really enjoyed creating that for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to show you a clip of what my son received. He got a dragon, which was from a 3D printer that a 15-year-old made, which was really impressive. And then these little wooden bowls he just loved. So he was so excited to find these.